Hi, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for watching and for subscribing. And if you're just visiting, please consider subscribing. So today's video is based on the request from my subscriber. Thank you very much for your request. It's especially fun for me to do a video that you're interested in watching. And so if you have any other requests for future videos, please leave them in the description. So the request was to compare two Pivoine fragrances from Armani, Pivoine Suzhou, and from Lancome, Pivoine Printemps. And that's what I'm going to do today. But I also am going to add a third fragrance in the mix, which is also a Pivoine fragrance that I think is very compatible with the other two. So let's get started. Actually, before we start, I just want to mention a couple of things. Clearly, I am not a professional fragrance reviewer. I'm just a fragrance lover and enthusiast. And so my reviews are purely based on my experiences. Okay, now we can get started. So I love wearing Pivoine fragrances in the spring and summer. I think there's something very beautiful and very charming about those fragrances, and that's why I have a few in my collection. So the first one I'm going to talk about is from Maison Lancome. This is Pivoine Printemps. And this is a recent release. I believe it came out last year. So I didn't actually know what Printemps meant, so I Googled it. And from what I understand, this means spring or springtime. So this is spring peony, which is completely suitable to this fragrance. So there are actually only 3 notes in this fragrance. It's pink pepper, peony, and rose. And in my opinion, this is very soft, feminine, understated, uplifting, romantic. It definitely captures the essence of spring. Now, there is pink pepper in this, and I think it really comes out. It has a little bit of that spiciness. Yeah, I can definitely sense the spiciness in this fragrance. This is a newer acquisition to my collection. In fact, I'm going to show it in an upcoming haul, but it has quickly become one of my favorites. Now, I also have read a few reviews saying that this is similar to Delina. In my opinion, they're not similar at all. Like, there is zero similarity. Yes, there's rose in both, but they're completely different. Again, this is just my opinion. Now, let's talk about the second fragrance that I mentioned, and that's from Armani Privé collection. This is Pivoine Suzhou, and this came out in 2014. Now, until I started doing a little bit of research on this, I actually didn't know that Suzhou was a city in Southeast Asia. And this city is known for its gardens. In fact, there are a lot of gardens and bridges and canals in this city, and it's kind of considered a Venice of Asia. So I can totally understand why this was the inspiration behind this fragrance. So the top notes in this are mandarin, pink pepper, and raspberry. Middle notes are peony, rose, and rose absolute. And base notes are amber, musk, and patchouli. So I think this fragrance has a really beautiful balance between peony and rose. I can definitely smell both in it. It is very delicate fragrance. Like, it makes me think of Cinderella's glass slipper. I don't know, but that's kind of the imagery I have when I smell this scent. It is very sparkly and sensual and romantic. There is raspberry in this, and it adds a bit of sweetness to the scent and a little fruitiness. I think on one hand, this is not very complicated fragrance, but on another hand, it is very sophisticated. So this is a beautiful peony fragrance. Now, the third one that I'm going to add in the mix here, and that's another peony fragrance, and that's YSL's In Love Again. Now, this I believe is reformulation of an older version from 1998. I've never tried that older version, so I cannot compare the two. I can only speak about this new reformulation, which came out in 2011. And I think it was part of La Collection. There were a few other fragrances in it, like Ivresse, New, I think possibly a couple more. So let's talk about the notes first. The top notes are mandarin orange, black currant. Middle notes are grapes, rose, and peony. And base notes are musk and blackberry. This is very light, very sweet, very summery. It is not a pretentious fragrance. It is charming. This is kind of a citrusy, musky peony. It has sort of a delicious flavor to it, from like delicious fruity flavor from the addition of blackberry and grapes. Now, the other thing which I think I've mentioned in a previous video, if you've ever worn Baby Doll from YSL, which is now discontinued, which I used to wear a lot in my younger days, I think these are very, very similar. And I've also read a lot of reviews on Fragrantica also saying that these two are similar. And in this case, I would completely agree. They're almost dupes of each other, at least as far as I remember Baby Doll. So this is another beautiful peony fragrance. So now if we put all three of them together, so what is really the difference? I mean, obviously all three are peony fragrances. So what is the difference? So I'm going to try to kind of summarize what the differences are and what would be the occasion that I would choose to wear each one of these. So I would say that Armani is a sparkly peony. And I see someone wearing a beautiful flowy summer dress going to a brunch. I think that would be the occasion that I would wear Armani Pivoine Suzhou. Lancome's Pivoine Printemps is a spicy peony. And I would see someone wearing jeans and t-shirt and going to a picnic. I think it would be a perfect fragrance for that occasion. And YSL's In Love Again is a citrusy peony. And I think this is an everyday kind of scent. It's not for any special occasion. You can wear it anytime in the spring and the summer. And the other thing I will mention is longevity. It is pretty much the same in all of these. It's not the best, it's not the worst. In general, fragrances don't last long on me. So with these ones, I would say maybe 4 hours, maybe 5, but that's really stretching it. I would say in the area of 4 hours, but I really don't mind applying again or over applying at the beginning because I really love all three scents. So you make your choice which one works for you, or if you need all of these. It's a personal decision. For me, I think all three are different enough to justify having all three. So that's my choice. Like I said, you make yours. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please don't forget to subscribe and give me a thumbs up. And again, if you have requests for any future videos, please leave them down below. And I will see you soon in my next video. Bye!